Hello, my friends. Welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. This is Sandra. How are you? Now, if you've been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you aboard. Come on in, relax, sit down, and just relax and get ready to experience Feng Shui Friday. And I do this every Friday. I talk a little bit about Feng Shui, and I pick a different topic each Friday. And this week I'm going to be talking about children's spaces, how to set up a child's space for the coming school year, or just in general, how to organize a child's space so it has the maximum efficiency utilizing the Feng Shui principles, the ancient Chinese art of Feng Shui. So let's get started. So before I start talking about that topic, I would like to just address that we do have a hurricane going on. So if you notice, a lot of, the hurricane is starting this weekend, or it's hopefully going to be reduced to a tropical storm. So if you see everything flickering, and this is like the calm before the storm. So yeah, the trees are just kind of swaying back and forth, but you can feel that it's coming. So anyways, I wanted to do something outside before the storm hits tomorrow. So all my soul element readings will be indoors this weekend, and I'll be delivering those to you tomorrow. So I wanted to talk about the full moon. We have a full moon coming up on the 3rd, and that is in Aquarius. And that is going to be really powerful. I'm going to be doing a video on the 3rd talking about the aspects of the full moon, and also how it is affecting the Lion's Gate. If you haven't heard about Lion's Gate, it's 8/8/2020, and it's an actual portal opening, and maybe this hurricane is a part of the portal opening to allow a new energy into the world. And it's quite important with this full moon in Aquarius that we do release anything that is no longer serving us in order to allow us to cross that bridge into the Lion's Gate of this new portal that we're going to be experiencing, this new energy wave, so to speak, that we'll be experiencing. And I'm going to talk more about that next week. However, I just wanted to bring it up to let you know that's a preview of what's coming, and then on the 3rd I'll be doing something on the full moon in Aquarius, okay? A lot of astrology aspects coming up, and I'll be talking in a little bit more detail on the soul element readings when I go into each element sign, okay? So just a preview of what's coming up for that. Now, I'm going to talk about the energy shifting for the flying stars. And if you don't know what the flying stars is, it's also a shift of energy that occurs every month, every year, every day, every hour, in fact. And it's based on the 5 elements in nature. It's fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. So all those 5 elements is what the creation cycle is in the Tao Te Ching, and the Tao, the way of all creation. So those are changing, coming up on the 8th, also the Lion's Gate portal, 8/8, and so what's going to happen is the energy shift is going to be moving, and we'll be moving into something called the Yang Metal Monkey month, and it'll be a little bit different than where we have been this month, which we're still in, is the Water Goat. Okay, that was a little bit turbulent for everybody, and really what this new energy that we're moving into on the 8th, the Lion's Gate portal, is going to, I think, create a bit of, it's going to make everybody feel a little more settled, and it's all about self-healing, okay? And will help us to heal from all the chaos that we've been in. So we're moving in from a more chaotic world energy environment to more of a self-healing, healing on the planet. So that's good news, right? We all need a break. So, good to know that that's coming up. So we have the energy shifting, and that will, I'm going to talk about that next week, because this will be just for this Friday, and then on the, let's see, so that would be the 8th, we'll be moving into that new energy. So I'll actually be drawing a chart for you to show you on 8/8 how that's all going to be moving forward as you're shifting your homes. But the good energy, just to take note of it today, is going to be in the southeast, okay? So anytime you can spend more time in the southeast, which is also the wealth, prosperity, and abundance area, or maybe, to increase abundance in your life, spend more time in the southeast. And those energies will be more exemplified in the coming month ahead, from the August 8th until September 7th. We also have some really good energy in the south, and that's also in the southwest. So really pretty much southeast, south, and southwest. The whole, the whole line of directions in that phase. Now, the middle of the house is not going to be a real auspicious, let's just say, energy. So what we're going to need to do is create some Feng Shui cures for that area to uplift the energy, and then also work on the other areas that are more auspicious, like for instance, the southeast, the south, and the southwest. Now, we have some good energies in the west, which would be more for academics, and that's also the Children and Creativity Center. So if you have a child's room, and that's our topic today, then the west is actually a really good location. Or if it's in a different direction of the house, then what I would recommend is putting the child in the west section, of that room, if for sleeping or working, doing schoolwork or anything like that. Okay, and then let's see, the northwest is a little bit iffy, and so is the north, and so is the northeast. We'll definitely have to put some cures in those areas if that's, a room that you spend a lot of time in, especially if that is your sleeping area, or if it's your study area, or if your children are sleeping or studying in that area. And then also the east is a little bit off as well. So just a kind of a really quick synopsis of the flying stars and how they're going to be affecting us coming up in the month of the Yang Metal Monkey. Okay, so let's see here. It's the Yang Wood Monkey. Okay, so monkey is metal, so it's basically wood and metal together, which could be a little bit of a turbulent month as well, but I think it'll be a lot easier and smoother than where we've been, based on looking at the totality of the energy. So basically a healing month ahead. So that's good news. So as far as the Feng Shui for children's spaces, there is a few things I wanted to talk about today. And in Feng Shui, we definitely want to address a child's room and make sure that it is in alignment with their birth information. So I would highly recommend getting a reading for your child, so we know what 5 elements are in their chart and what is the best energies for them, and what is the best way for them to study based on their chart, what strengths we see in their chart, and how to really cultivate that, and just to see what kind of an energy they're in so that we can help them to grow and evolve their soul in the most efficient manner as possible. Because when we know ourselves as people, we can better maneuver where we're going in life, because we don't get off course, because you are really true to who you are and your essence, and you're not going to, and your values, you're not going to deviate from that. I know this is my strength, and I'm going to cultivate my strength. I know this is my weakness, so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try to help myself in that area. Or if I can't, I'm going to get the right person to help me, which in a child's case may be a tutor, okay, or a parent, or somebody that can come in to help them. But if you get a chart reading for your child, you'll know exactly how to help them move forward. And I have had charts done for all of my grandchildren when they were born, Western astrology and both Chinese astrology. So I know what their strengths are and how to cultivate that for them. So that's real important. And if you would like to get a reading for your child, then go ahead and email me and send me their birth information. I'll get you signed up for a reading. And right now, because it's August, it's a school special that I'm doing for the kids so that we can really get them moving. I have a special for $99 for a 60-minute reading, which we can do through Skype or a phone line, and we can talk and you can ask questions, and I will send you their chart, and then we can devise a floor plan for their room based on their actual elements in their chart, their birth information, and their highest potential and their highest strengths, okay? So I would highly recommend getting that if you can afford it. Now, I know a lot of people are struggling right now, but you know, that's a great price for a 60-minute coaching session to help your child. It can make the difference between them failing a grade or passing a grade, especially if they're studying from home. I know all my grandchildren are doing long distance learning now. You know, they're not going into a classroom, so you've got to set up their environment for them to succeed. It's so important. So definitely be in touch with me. I can help you with that. So what we need to do is when we look at their space, first we use their birth chart, okay? We determine what their elements are and what's going on in the space. I look at their bed and where the bed position is. I look at their desk. Do they have a desk? Do they have a study area? We do not want to foster working from a couch, or working in the living room where they're going to be distracted by the TV or the computers or all of those things. We want a yin experience for them to have concentration and be able to study. So we're going to have two different environments in their room. One is going to be a yang and one is going to be a yin. Now the yin is more softer, it's the receptive, it's if you want your child to use the room mainly for quiet activities and sleeping, we want to have a yin presence in that space. However, with the yang energy, we want to have a child engage in study, engage in play, engage with their friends. So it's important that we have two different environments in their room for them to have that, and outside of the household, so that they really feel like that is their space to do what they need to do to cultivate their soul. And if they are sharing a room with a sibling, then even more important, we need to see what are both of their birth charts and how can we help them to be in synergy together, okay? And to work together to each have their own place so that they can grow as individuals on their strengths, and they're not fighting and, getting in each other's hair, and not having efficient study areas for their schooling. So that's what we look at as far as the environment of the child's room next. And then, of course, the bed position is very important. So when I do their birth chart, I will know what their good direction is as far as sleeping. So we want to get their bed position in that position because You want the child to be in alignment with the universe, not in resistance, because when they are in resistance, they're not going to be sleeping well. They're going to want to stay up late. They're not going to get their proper rest, and then that's going to be a problem because they won't be able to get down into those deep, deep alpha states so that their body will heal enough for them to feel rested enough for their brain to work properly so that they can get the full nourishment they need in their studies. Okay, so we're going to look at their bed position. We're also going to look at the colors of their room. We're going to look at the colors of the bed sheets. And are those fostering them on a soul level based on their birth information? Now, the healing colors for sleep, the more yin colors, are going to be the blue or the greens, okay? But we can also go with earth tones, browns. We can go with golds. We can go with even a yellow, or what color does your child want their room to be? Have they thought about it? Or is it just thrown all in there and you've just put stuff in there just because you've had it, It's about being conscious about what colors are they surrounding themselves with, because color affects us on a cellular level. It's been proven by science. We want to make sure that it's conducive to sleep, and it's conducive to study, and conducive to help them grow and foster the best energy within their little bodies as they're growing. Now, also, once we figure out what their bed position is going to be, we want to figure out where is their desk and study area going to be, okay? And if they're doing long distance work, at home studying with a computer, I know my little 7-year-old grandson has a computer. So where are you guys going to have that set up? And where is that going to be in the house? And where are you going to be during that time when they're studying so you're easily accessible? And when do you take them from that environment with you watching them, over them, and then positioning them in a separate area that's quiet for them to really concentrate on what they need to concentrate on? So that's also something we need to look at. We want to make sure that their study area in their room, that their back is to a solid wall, and that they're facing the door. So they have grounding behind them, an expansive room over the space. They will feel supported, and they will feel like they can concentrate on the studies at hand. Now, you don't want to put them in front of facing a window, okay, with their back to the door, because I can tell you right now they won't concentrate properly. They'll keep getting up. They'll get up, they'll sit there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then they'll get up and walk away. It's because even adults do that. And we don't even know why we're doing it. We do that on an unconscious level because the energy is hitting us from the back. And, energy, even though we can't see it, it's affecting us, right? On every level. So we want to be sure that, the child is in the right position so that they are in their concentration mode when they're working. Also, we want to make sure that their room is clutter-free. And I mean not toys and paper and books and sheets and laundry and all that, because nobody will concentrate properly in a room like that. Clutter affects us on a cellular level, and kinesiology, if you're familiar with kinesiology, muscle testing, it is proven that the muscles weaken in a crowded space, in a crowded area, in a cluttered area. So it will be clutter in their mind when clutter's all over their desk. So that is so important to keep everything very zen. All the counters, 50% empty, okay? 50% with their books, their papers, but then 50% empty so they can spread out, okay? So clutter cleansing, clutter clearing, clutter cleansing is very important before they start the school year, and make sure that you maintain it. on a, sometimes it gets out of hand. I know. I have 2 children myself that I raised as a single mom. I know it gets out of hand. However, if you can check it once a week, just once a week on a Sunday night, before they're starting their week, or a Saturday morning when you do your cleaning, or whenever you do your cleaning, just check it on a regular basis and just tidy it up, or give them the responsibility of tidying it up. I know it's not easy, but you know what? It's about time these children learn responsibilities, and most of these children are way more advanced than we are with all of their gadgets. So it's important, as they're playing all their games, that they learn how to set up a space as well. Teach them when they're young. Now, also, let's see, desk position, sharing with siblings. Sharing with siblings is a big topic all in itself, because we're looking at 2 different charts. And if you do have 2 children that are in the same room, I will give you guys a 50% off the second child as my special, so we can do them both and get them in alignment for their space, so that their colors are correct, the way their bed position is correct, and also the way their desk positions are correct. So also another piece to this is their furniture, and let's look at what electromagnetic fields are in their room as far as energetic components that are very unhealthy, like the computers left on at night. No, we need to have all those computers shut off at night, so that those electromagnetic fields are not hitting those kids as they're sleeping, and so therefore they're getting into those deep states of sleep, and they're not being affected by that, okay? And we want to make sure, clocks are not near their heads when they're sleeping. We want to make sure their headboard is to the top of their head is facing a solid wall, not a window, not a door, a solid wall, okay? So they feel supported. We always like to have wood-framed beds, not metal. Metal is a conductor of electromagnetic fields that is very unhealthy. And with all the wireless we have going on in the house right now, it's important, trust me, to know. If you can have a wood-framed bed for your child, that's better than anything else, okay? So we'll look at the furniture, the types of furniture that are in the room, and make sure it's safe, and so in alignment with Feng Shui principles as well, and make sure the placement of everything is functional and is also at the same time follows the Feng Shui principles. So that's just a little tidbit of what we do when we go in to do a consultation for just a child's room. But you can imagine if we do a whole house, we can get really, really detailed with everything, so that the energy flows just in a way that it just is so inviting that you are in your optimum. So then we apply the Feng Shui, we apply the flying stars, like those are changing, like I said, those are all changing in August. We have to apply those to the home. So also, I have specials going on if you want to get the whole house done as well. So, and if you want your birth charts with it, I have another special going on with that. So go ahead and email me if you're interested. All the information will be below if you're on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every Friday I do a different topic, and you definitely want to get in on the party, okay? So you'll be notified of my next video. I also do something called Morning Mystical Messages, Morning Mystic Messages. I just started doing that this week, and I do tarot card readings for everyone and a message from Spirit for the day, and so far that's been really fun. So, there's a lot of things that are coming up. My full moon in Aquarius will be coming up on the 3rd of August, And also my soul element readings will be coming out tomorrow. So lots of things going on, and I'm excited to share this information with you to help the children, because they do need it. Right now they need as much support and help as we can give them in this transition that we're all going through. Okay, so I want to send you all love, light, and blessings. And thank you so much for joining me. I love you all, and take care. And if you live in Florida, be safe with this hurricane coming up. And if you have any questions at all, or you would like to post a comment of something else you would like to know, then I will get right back with you, okay? All right. Namaste, my friends, until we talk again.